Hello guys, welcome to my channel and to another Upcrate unboxing video. It's time for Upcrate 62 and you might hear it already. I caught a cold and my voice is not sounding too good, so I might switch to voiceover in a second. But whatever, let's have a look inside. I don't want to wait any longer. Ooh, it's watercolors. We have a Viviva Watercolor Set with 16 colors apparently. And I know this brand already because there was a watercolor set included, I don't know, maybe 1.5 years ago or so. It was one of these watercolor sheet palettes. Wait a second, I'll show you. It was this one, and I feel like last year and the year before this was kind of a hype. So if you don't know this, these are basically watercolor sheets and it's actually very much perfect for painting on the go. I actually took this on vacation. So, and now they have a proper, regular watercolor palette, I guess. Let's have a look inside. Oh, that's so pretty. And, by the way, it's handmade. So how does it open? So there we have a swatch sheet. That's super nice. Oh, this was only the outer packaging. This watercolor set belongs to me, apparently. Creativity takes courage. What? That's made from cork. Safe to say that I have never seen a cork palette before. That's so cool. So I guess it's pretty eco-friendly here, so I can't see any plastic here. It's all paper, cork, and watercolors. That's nice. And next up we have an edding 1800 profipen 0.5 with pigment ink and light fast. So let's have a look at the nib. Just a regular fine liner, I would say. This will probably be waterproof. Like, it doesn't say if it's waterproof, but it's light fast. However, it wouldn't make much sense to include a non-waterproof fine liner in a watercolor box. So, I don't know. We will find out later. And we have a Kolibri brush, size 6. And you know, I'm complaining a lot about Upcrate. Like, I'm very critical here. But the watercolor brushes and in general, the brushes they include are mostly very, very good. And most of my favorite watercolor brushes were actually included in an Upcrate box. So I have very high hopes here. And last but not least, we got some paper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sheets. Very sturdy, probably watercolor paper. And an art print with some roosters. I like the style very much. So these are really cool, I think. Let's have a look at the bottle post so we can find out what the topic is. So the topic is sweet wildlife. I guess we're painting animals. And talking about animals, we have some chicken stickers here, which are super cute. Also, I just found out that this palette is fully biodegradable and the marker is waterproof. So that's great. So I would say let's start the swatching. So I will begin with filling the swatch card. So I'll activate all of the paints with a drop of water, and then let's have a look at how the colors perform. So as for the other palette, the colors were really vibrant and bright, so I'm really curious to see if it's the same with this palette. So I think we'll start with this color. This looks nice. Okay, let's see. Yep, definitely vibrant and definitely rich in color. That's pretty. That's really pretty. So let me quickly complete all this. Now let's wait for the colors to dry. I actually tried to paint over the lines because I want to know how opaque the colors are, especially the white is very interesting to see if it will cover up the line or not. And I can already see here and there with the mango color, you can still see the line pretty clearly. So the colors seem to be very vibrant and rich in color, however not that opaque. I mean, it's watercolor, obviously, it's not fully opaque, but sometimes when you have like a really thick consistency, you can cover up a lot with it. So meanwhile, I will quickly draw some little squiggles and shapes so we can test if the marker is really waterproof. So I think that should do. And by the way, it works just fine like any other fine liner. So it's nice and juicy and black. In my experience, yellow is the best color to test if a marker is waterproof because it's super light, but also not white. Like, I feel like you can see swatches a little more when there's an actual color. Wow, okay, so far so good. Let's use some more water. This is what I would call waterproof. I can't see any smudging, like not the teeniest tiniest bit. It's just waterproof. I mean, look at it. There is nothing smudged. So waterproof, definitely a check. So I think I will test out some more colors and dilute them a little more than on the swatch sheet, so I can see what they look like when they're a little lighter. So this is actually what I was hoping for. When I did the swatches, I was missing some kind of pink, but this amaranth color is apparently some kind of pink. So the orange is actually very pigmented, I like that. So far, so good. I'm actually very happy that these three blues are not as close as I thought in the beginning, because before diluting, those three looked pretty similar, especially those. They still do look similar, but it's definitely a difference there. And as you can see, also the white is pretty opaque for like watercolors and makes it super nice with the purple here. And I'm pretty happy with the color selection, considering that wildlife is our topic here, because it fits the topic pretty well. However, there is no black or gray included in the palette, so it's a very vibrant and happy palette, I would say. Very happy, and I like that. Let's have a look at the swatch sheet, which is not fully dry, but I think dry enough to see how the colors look. As you can see, those two are very similar. So now that it has dried a bit, you can see that this one is pretty different. But all in all, I would say a very nice color selection. Also, first impression of the brush, pretty good so far. It comes to a nice point, so I like that too. And I actually can't wait to start painting with these materials. First I was thinking about painting something that fits the season, like a stag in a forest or something, but then I changed my mind and decided to go for a zebra, with colorful stripes, because normal is boring. I've never drawn a zebra in my life, and I think you can tell. The proportions of the head are kinda weird, but it's still cute, okay? I didn't have a clean palette, so I actually opted for the mixing space, or whatever you want to call the inside of the cover, and it worked really well. Since the paper is structured, the paint does not go all over the place, which is really nice. Also, the cover does not buckle or anything. All in all, I would say this is a good option while being on the go. I only miss having different sections like on a regular palette. Anyway, it was really fun to work with watercolors again. I wanted to go for a rather messy style, but I think in the end it turned out a little too messy. I don't know, let me know what you think. Also, I was a little confused with how much to dilute the paints. I think I used too much water in the beginning, so I added another more saturated layer. But I think this was my mistake and not a problem with the paints. All in all, I think the painting turned out cute, but I'm not fully happy with it. I don't know what it is, but something bothers me. Maybe it's the proportions or the style of the painting, I don't know. What do you think? All in all, I gotta say, the materials are wonderful, they work just fine, and it's really nice to work with only watercolors and a fine liner, so no super crazy mixed media combinations here. I like. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye!